Hello everyone, welcome to Ryam. Okay, now there's a bunch of potatoes on screen, and this time, Robert has a stuffed animal, so... Is this just a callback, folks, or is there some other insidious scheme happening?
This is reverse left.
Why not both? .jpeg.
This is reverse potato day. Okay. It was quite a variety of potatoes, though, I gotta say. There was a drawn one, Deb drew one.
I don't have a potato and I wasn't going downstairs.
She is the potato.
I am the potato.
Where's your dog? That's basically a potato.
He's not here. He's downstairs somewhere.
Okay.
No, I miss him.
But welcome to Ryam, everyone. As per usual, I am your Dungeon Master Scoot, here to bring the gaffers on another fighting adventure to see, once they've tracked down their elusive Shadow Boy, who's made everyone very angry and almost killed multiple members of the party. But before we get into that, it is time for our question. So, gaffers, this week, what I'd like to know, and hopefully what the audience would like to know, is if your character was the main character of like a TV show or something like that, what kind of TV show would it be? And what roles would you assign your fellow party members? So gaffers, take it away.
So I knew this one immediately. This is Deb. I play Tessa, the Tiefling Paladin. So the first thing I thought of for Tessa would be like an old school sitcom like The Brady Bunch for her and Thrax, but all the geckos are in the boxes on the side. So it would definitely be like wholesome as fuck. The geckos getting all sorts of mischief. I might have to borrow Phyllis to be Alice, though.
Nice.
And I could see like Kiki and Nikki being like wacky comedy roommates, like next door neighbors, like blowing stuff up or casting magic. And I think Allie would definitely be the cousin who comes to visit every episode with like good advice or suggestions for the family when they get into trouble.
When they inevitably get into gecko-based trouble.
Yes.
I can go next to build off that. So, hi, my name is Randall. I play Kiki, the Kinku Tinkerer. So, Kiki's like, if you picture the opening, like, opening sequence, whatever you call it, for her TV show, it would start off similar to what Tessa described. It'd be very, like, kind of like Laverne and Shirley, like, just, okay, so it'd be all, like, sort of like, kind of like, and it would be like Kiki walking through her day and drinking coffee and all that. And Kiki just thinks everything is pretty like perky and fine in the world. And then the perspective would shift to the other characters. And it would go from comedy to dark comedy. And they'd just be like, they would do like that Blair Witch Project where they're like, I'm so scared. Like people's fear about Kiki, which she is mostly ignorant of, would come through. Like Thrax. It'd be like zoom in on Thrax, right? And he'd just be like, she scares me. Like, so all the other characters would break the fourth wall in fear and terror. But Kiki would just still be going through her day and creating things and blowing things up. So that should be a dark comedy.
Love it.
I'll go next. Hello, I am Robert. I play Nikki, the human wizard. And I slightly didn't actually answer Scoot's question, which was your character is the main character. Nikki doesn't actually want to be the main character. She wants to be the damsel in distress of a like noir detective film.
Nice.
With Kiki as the detective. I think Randall just about died.
So let me ask a question then: is who's the hot femme fatale that's coming in to get Kiki services to find you? Like, oh no, that's you. I'm sorry.
That's me.
That's
yeah,
you.
yeah. I'm coming in.
You can't have-
Right, I'm sorry.
You can't have too many. You can't have too many fatales.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing Kiki in the office, and like one girl after another is coming in different walls.
It's like
Yeah.
revolving door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'd
Kiki
like
would
to imagine. Oh, sorry.
go. I was just like, Kiki might get the noir thing slightly wrong. Like she might end up rocking like a Sherlock Holmes hat and a magnifying lens. She doesn't quite get the noir thing down.
What if it was the Maltese Falcon, but she just spends the entire time looking for an Arakoa, like not even the statue. She's like looking for this
My
Arakoa
bird.
named Maltese.
I'd like to imagine that somehow Tessa is the source of the problem, but she's like she completely has no idea what's going on. It's just like like four like cause and effects down the road causing this issue. So there's some good narrative tension. Yeah.
Are you sure that Kiki's not hired to find Tessa, who's just locked in a closet somewhere?
I mean, I think that probably has to be a plot point. Like we have to introduce Tessa as
That's
the
a different episode.
introduce Tessa as like the relatable, like
Yeah.
no way could Tessa be the big mastermind behind the evil
And
operation.
then suddenly I pull out
Yeah.
my mustache,
Yes.
and then you know it was me.
Exactly.
As you tie Thrax to train tracks for some reason.
Bosco
He's
has
into it,
to
it's
save
fine.
him.
Bosco has to save
As
us.
long as it's consensual, you know.
Hey, look, we don't kink shame here.
That's right.
My kink is literally murdered by a train.
I'll get on that train.
Dude, all aboard.
On that train.
For the listeners, that click sound came with a big saucy wink to the camera.
And we have
Oh,
the
double
face.
fist bump. Double fist bump, y'all.
Oh, wait, let me
I
see.
play.
Yep.
I play Allie, our half tiefling, half kitsune monk, and I thought of a couple different ideas for Allie. I did think of her doing something along the lines of like, basically like painting with Bob Ross, but instead she just like dispenses advice about like sexual health and well-being. This is a very
Now you're gonna fuck 'em real
then I
gentle
considered-
here.
Then I considered something along the lines of like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Because like if she was going to do if there was going to be a cop show featuring Allie as a detective, it would absolutely not be entirely serious. And then I realized like even Brooklyn Nine-Nine is probably a little bit too put together for Allie in this game.
Reno 911.
Oh no. We're the Scooby Gang.
Oh
Yes.
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 He is obviously Velma. 100% obviously Velma. Nikki is probably Daphne.
Checks
Tess is
out.
Shaggy. Possibly Fred. Allie might just be Scooby-Doo. That might be like how things fall out in this year. But basically, like Tessa is our lowell idiot. Nikki is our definitely not stuck up, but entirely confident in herself party member. Kiki is the one who seems oblivious, but is actually probably the smartest in the room. And Allie is the I will get things done and be somewhat competent about it one.
I think Allie has a lot of
Wait.
potential for so many shows. The more I think about it, right?
But who's Old Man Jenkins? Somebody needs to be Old Man Jenkins.
Somek.
It was Scoot.
Silly.
It was
No,
so
I'm
all
probably
along.
no, I'm old man. I'm every old man
Yeah.
Jenkins because it's always
Because
just,
he's
Dude,
every
yeah.
NPC.
Yeah.
He's every NPC, so you just pull it back.
yeah, it's just constantly pulling masks off me for different people.
Constantly.
It's what you are, functionally.
Never fucking ending.
Mm,
Well, now that that's done, folks, we have a bit of a situation from in the city of Zanran. Spuds, potatoes. I know what we're doing. So, I guess these are emotional.
I'm in denial about this battle, so I'm just gonna block the camera with my potato every so often. That's my safe. This is my emotional support, Spud.
Potato, yeah. So, last week you went to the underwater maid city of Zanran. Not Xandar, because that's a Marvel property, and I don't own that, and only they do.
Yet. Yet.
Yeah. So you found Rim, the Shadow Death Monk, who most of you again do not like, and some of you more intensely do not like him than others. And he just flipped himself through a gate, and you find yourselves in this space betwixt and between the various realms. Before you, for the sake of the listeners, you are in this very weird astral space. There are large chunks of floating rock that serve as the sort of ground, although as you come through, the air is breathable. The gravity seems about the same. You look down, and there's a whole lot of purple clouds and seemingly nothing. It looks like you would fall infinitely. And before you, probably about 40 feet directly in front of you, standing very casually with a spear in hand, is Rim, the humanoid-esque shadow monk, although he is changed as Nikki picked up a tome that he was reading on the way in that almost sucked out a lot of her emotions. But luckily, she closed it before anything bad happened that she knows of. So we have rolled initiative already, folks, and now it is time to begin. Before we do this, gaffers, does anyone have any prep they need to do? They want to, pop off before
I
Pop
think
the
I,
armor
combat
baggage
begins.
on the way in.
when I came into the portal, I had procced my sacred weapon. That's the only thing I had done, so that is on.
I've got a shard blade and some stormlight up and running.
Okay. Anyone else?
Will wind up her bombs, which she can do as a bonus action, but she's I think I need emotion. I need to have a little. I need to curl into a ball. Randall, not Kiki. I think that's what I need to do for this. That's my prediction.
Okay. Okay, so I would he is up first, and he is going to just set himself in a very defensive posture as he assumes what Allie would know is patient defense. And he's going to prep another action. So, next up is Kiki. You're up, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, you
Oh,
got the next up
okay.
on the initiative.
Well, fine and dandy then. Okay. So. Okay, I'm having such fears that Kiki's not going to be super effective in this, but we're going to give it our best. Okay. So Kiki is going to hop down to. So there's like space between these things and stuff, right? Like.
Yeah, there
Like
is.
falling chasm of
if you don't
purple
make
doom.
it, yeah. So some of them, if they're less than 5 feet apart, Kiki can just kind of hop and get there. If it's more than 5 feet, she's going to have to make an athletics or acrobatics check to get there. There is a path forward,
actually-
as between the three of you are 3 floating pieces of just sort of spinning very slowly rubble, and these sort of, again, these just floating rocks that seem to be like they had buildings on them at some point, but there's columns and shit, but fuck if you know where they came from.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
Kiki's going to move to the edge of the platform where we are, because that
Mhm.
puts her in 60 feet of dickhead shadow boy rim job monk. And she is she is going to does not like him. She's going to lob for her first attack. She's going to lob a flash bomb
Mm-hmm.
at him, and he has to make a con save, which is this is the part I'm afeared of, because I think he might be just good at everything. So he has to make a con save or be blinded for 2 rounds.
What does he need to
It
hit,
beats an
Kiki?
18. Has to be an 18.
He makes it.
Yeah, I figured.
He rolled an 18 on the dice.
Motherfucker. All right, so Kiki's she's gonna throw another one. She's just trying to do something to put him out of commission.
He makes
Same
it again,
rail.
and you just see him.
Motherfucker.
You see him take that spear, and as those bombs come, he insanely quickly just bops them in different places, and they flash, not harming him.
As a free action, she flips him the burn.
He
Uh.
blows you a kiss, Kiki, and you see a shadow broken emo heart come flying at you and dissipate.
Kiki's gonna turn to Tessa and be like, "Kill him a lot."
Speaking
If she was a
of,
bard, she would. If she was a bard, she'd give you
Well,
bardic inspiration, but she doesn't.
Certainly intend to.
speaking of Tessa, it's your turn.
So she's wearing Kiki's scarf and she's got that active, so she can get to about 60 feet on her movement. So she's going to.
Actually, before that happens, Tessa, go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw as you cross the middle of the battlefield.
Dexterity saving throw.
Mhm.
21.
You are fine, but what you folks notice is Tessa just bamps. The wings come back out because they are now retractable, thanks to the hot dog. Well, thanks to the big kielbasa that Tessa ate. Tessa goes through, and you see these brambly wicker vines come shooting up, try to grab her, but miss as Tessa it grabs her a little bit, but Tessa's momentum being as large and as fast as she's moving just pulls her free. And they just recede back down.
Well, that's just rude. So I'm
Yeah,
going.
Tessa, make me a perception check if you would like, or you can
Okay.
just ignore it. You can ignore this whole thing and keep going for him.
Well, I got a 6, so that's pretty much
That
ignoring it.
mean Shadow Man's over there, and that was weird, but your friends will deal with it. They're smarter than you.
They got this. They saw it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
It didn't react to Kiki throwing a bomb over it.
Nope.
Okay.
Question. My sacred weapon has a 20-foot aura of light. Did it react to that?
You don't. You rolled a 6 on perception. You just
Okay.
get the bad Shadow Man. He's bad.
Did anybody else see that?
Oh, everyone else saw these tendrils of briar and vine
Right.
and wicker come up to try to grab you, but again, mass times speed equals force, and you went through it.
F equals MV, yes.
So, as my action now, since I can't do melee, I'm going to cast a Sacred Flame on him.
Oh my god, it's a spell that's not a smite.
Well, it's a cantrip, so...
Right, sorry. You are rolling this at disadvantage as he is waiting for you in his patient defense.
Alright, he needs to make a dex saving
Oh,
throw.
never mind.
So, there's that.
How does an 18 save?
It does.
Okay. So is that just
Okay,
a miss,
so
or is that half
It's
damage?
a cantrip, it just doesn't do anything.
Flame goes, and he sidesteps it, feeling very limber and loose. Thrax is up. Thrax does not like the fact that the weird briar thing tried to, grab his soon-to-be wife, and he takes a peep on down there and goes, we have a problem?
What kind of problem?
And he points down, Tessa, and you're the only one that can see it at the moment. But below you, where you flew over, is this. This huge wicker golem-looking thing.
Fuck.
It sort of is walking like a silverback gorilla, where it's on its front arms, quote unquote, are much, much larger. And it is just irradiating arcane energy, but you see it's shackled to the rock it's on. Like there's some sort of magical binding that's keeping it where it is, and it's pissed, and it's trying to find something, but it's in the purple mist. So it might be having a hard time seeing out, and it saw you go by and go, oh, and it went, oh, thing, and tried to grab you. But Thrax has very good perception, so he's like, this is a thing.
Obviously, we
Alert.
should free it. Obviously,
Alert.
we should free it.
Yep. He will try to take some shots at the monk. Oh, no. Thrax got a 20 and a 2. So that's first one's a miss.
Aw, that's a shame.
Second one's a miss. His pew-pew is deflect. Nikki, you're up.
All right. I am going to sally up next to Kiki, or sidle up next to Kiki.
Mm-hmm.
All right, partner.
Sorry?
All right, partner. Going with the cowboy theme. Go for it.
Yes. And I'm gonna look down and see that and be like, oh boy. Tessa, you might wanna be moving a little faster, and give you a point, and there's a little jolt of energy like a static shock you feel, and it's haste.
Ooh.
Nikki, make an Arcana check
You got it, boss.
Oh
as Tessa
Oh,
gets
no.
hasted.
That is also on my bingo sheet, by the way.
Or Tessa gets hasted, or Arcana check?
No, Nikki,
No, I-
Nikki uses
no.
a support spell.
no. I have that too.
I have that one
One
too.
away. One away.
One from a bingo.
I'm still two away on multiple levels.
It's ignore the one that's a 1d30.
Okay.
It's 31. What, they're both 8?
Okay.
Weird.
So you look
31.
down, and this is clearly some sort of construct. Like, this is not
Right.
a natural being. But there is an incredible chaotic energy coming from its core. And as you peer down, there appears to be this sort of, like, rectangular object, but it doesn't stay as like a rectangle. it fans out,
Okay.
moves around, and spins
fuck
as if
you.
it's a deck of cards. But some of the cards are
No.
broken and not quite. They're not
No.
totally ripped, but they're not
I'll
quite
have a
together.
cousin.
Is this Azzy's
bad.
cousin?
None of you know what this is, and that's
Cousin
meta
Betsy.
knowledge. Nope. It does but it's just this massive chaotic energy.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's all I've got for my turn. I'm going to back up from the ledge a little bit. Just a
You
couple of
would
feet.
step back from that ledge, my friend.
Yes, I
Okay.
do want to step back from that ledge.
Allie, it's your turn.
Okay, so seeing that, do I know that the thing is there? Have I been informed that the thing is there?
Yeah, everyone will
I'll
tell
call
you
it
that
out.
there's a thing down there.
Okay. If I want to get to roughly where Tessa is, I'm gonna have to roll a dex saving throw to get there.
Probably.
Unless you can hop around it.
Yeah, you could try to like leap further out because there are more floating pieces out there, but they are in the purple too, so you could see what the purple does.
I think that's a terrible idea.
That's a terrible idea.
Ooh, excellent. Yeah, no, actually, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go hop over to Tessa.
Okay, so you take a run. Now make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay, so the really nice thing about this is that my Life Before Death ability lets me add my Wisdom modifier to dex saving throws to avoid being grappled or restrained. Which is what this thing would do. So in addition to making a dex saving throw, I get to add my Wisdom modifier. Which means I roll 1d20 plus 16, and I roll a 24.
Yep, you're fine as you just kind of hop back and forth, ping pong past, and this thing just sort of roars at you particularly. Like it gets a beat on you and gets super angry as it begins straining against its shackles, trying desperately to break free.
That is 65 feet. It's well within my movement thingy-majigger for not having to roll for a point of exhaustion. It also puts me in a great position to chuck a spear at this dude.
So you're rolling at
I'm not in
disadvantage.
melee range, but I am in spear chucking range very comfortably.
Yep, roll at disadvantage because of patient defense.
Okay. $24.
That is going to hit him.
Great. I don't get sneak attack though. Lame.
No. He's watching you show up.
I know. He takes 6 damage. And he's going to have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Does a 24 beat it?
Yes.
Okay, he's fine. Also, Ellie, as you heard the spear hits him, it doesn't seem to do as much. Is this just a regular spear, or is this like a magical?
This is Stormlight. Stormlight does not
Okay.
have anything associated with it. It's not radiant damage. It's actually this is psychic damage.
Yeah, then this will hit him just fine.
Okay, excellent. I'm going to keep using my Stormlight weapons then.
Okay. So now, so the next thing that happens is you folks that are still on the big rock, which is Thrax, Kiki, and Nikki, you hear something begin to coalesce as other shadow beings show up on the rock.
Of course they
Oh,
do.
shit.
And Tessa, 2 of them appear next to you. And there's
Fuckers.
2 of them on this far rock. Because they're here to help the person they probably work for. But they spend their entire turn basically showing up. Like, to just bring their forms into being. Alright, so the big gentleman. Let's see what happens. Oh no. So he has a shackle on his left and right hand, like front arms, and one on his neck. And Kiki, you'll probably see this being the close. You see that when this thing watches Allie leap over him, and the one in the right arm, he gets so mad that he just shatters it off the ground. Like the piece binding into the rock comes apart, and his right arm is now free of it. And he just continues to strain against the chains.
Are there like runes or glyphs or anything on the shackles, or are they
There
just straight
are.
up?
Oh no, there's magic trying to bind him, but something has made this creature so furious, and it was when Allie jumped over that it wants out now, and it's just these shackles are straining to keep it tied up. His turn. He will saunter up to Allie,
That dude.
and he will. What's he gonna do? Yeah, I know what he's gonna do. Allie, go ahead and make me a con save, please.
You can try and murder me again.
Yeah.
Don't forget to add that +5.
Yep, you're in the aura.
$14 is not going to be enough, is it?
14's not going to be nearly enough.
Good news. I have some things I could do about that. Wait, shit, I spent that last time. Do I have things I can do about that? That gives me con save. No, that gives me
55 damage from his death touch.
Damn. Fucker.
And that is his turn.
Okay.
Wow.
Kiki.
So, as a free action, Kiki wants to look down at the creature and be like, "Hey, we let you go. You help? You help against Bad Monk Man?"
It roars. I don't want to peak my mic. It yells louder than that. I just don't want to peak
It roars
my mic.
in an agreeing sort of way, or
It's very angry. And it does look to Kiki because it seems like it can sort of reason. And you see its head is kind of like a deer's skull. And there's this pouring arcane shadowy magic coming out of it. And when you say the word monk, you can tell from its body language it hates the monk. It does not like monk.
ooh,
Oh, okay.
there's
So,
Two of those.
Kiki,
There are 2 monks. Make sure we clarify which monk you mean.
I said bad shadow man monk or whatever. Like I hope it can tell genders. Gender presentation. I don't mean.
Its
Having
vision-
concept
its
of
vision is-
gender.
Its
Ah,
vision
yes,
is
as
based
Velma
on
did.
movement, and those two keep fucking moving, so...
All right, I'm telling you. Okay, I'm going to tell you what Kiki would do. So, all right, so Kiki is going to use her. She's like, she's going to be like, Shadow Monk, and then she's going to use her Hex and Dismantle ability as,
Ooh.
and she's going to attempt to. Well, she can do this. So this is kind of weird the way it's worded. Anything. An enchantment within 30 feet of her, she can try to take off an object. The wielder must make a wisdom saving throw, but like this thing wants out, so I don't know. She's going to try and focus on.
Well, in this case, it's going to be... The chains are, in theory, as far as you know, the Rim has made them, so he will roll against it, because you're trying to break a thing that he made.
Right. So, yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. That's
against.
That's a 13. I bet you beat
Nope.
that.
Yep.
So
So-
it's one
I don't
item.
know.
So the
Good or
one
not.
on his
I don't know why I'm
the one on his
celebrating.
left arm, just the Kiki, you do your hex, and the magic fades, and it just snaps it like a piece of string, and it begins working on the one around its neck. And you've never seen wicker. The wicker is flexing like muscle wood, as it's doing its best to try to break this collar around its neck, but it's having a hard time since this was made to hold it.
Okay. So that's an action, not an attack. So Kiki's, I'm assuming, basically done, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can still move. There
Yeah,
are enemies behind you, Kiki, so you might want to be aware
Are they
of that.
are they engaged with me yet, or would
Yeah,
I?
they're being summoned now. They have summoned. They can't do anything until their turn, but they're there for you to deal with.
What I mean is, if she moves away from them,
Uh,
would she take an attack of opportunity?
At this point, yes, you would. They're set. They're there.
I guess Kiki will. Damn.
Doggo!
Doggo.
Kiki will stay. Oh, a dog. Suddenly Doggo IRL. That's also
Yeah.
that's also a bingo. That's also a bingo one. I really think that's all Kiki can do. Unfortunately, she would 100% move, except she doesn't want to take an attack of opportunity. So, again, she'd just be like to the creature. She's like, "Remember who your friends are? Friends, me."
As it just is trying to break this thing.
She's like, "I'll help again." She get ready to help.
Yeah.
Her next turn.
Tessa, it's your turn. You have 2 shadowlings by you.
Oh, these fuckers. I'm
Don't
debating
forget
on whether or
you're
not I
extra fast.
I know, but I'm wondering if I should just take the attack of opportunity or just deal with them now. And I'm just...
So you could take you could use your hasted action to take disengage.
That's interesting.
You can use
Yeah,
it
but-
for 1 weapon attack, dash, disengage,
That's
hide.
They're
Right.
also
use
probably
object.
gonna circle around and get Ellie anyway. So I think I'm gonna.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to know that now. Then I have another option.
It's at
So I'm
least
gonna
worth it to consider, yeah.
Scoot. Does a 28 hit
Yeah.
down left?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I'm also using my bonus action to proc my blinding smite. So he
Okay.
Smite.
Smite time.
21 damage.
It's gone. You
Alright.
you disintegrate it because this is also radiant, so just poof, it's gone.
All right, I'm gonna do that again. Does a crit hit? God damn, I wasted a crit. Damn it.
Gone.
All right, well, I got my 3rd attack and I can move, so I'm gonna just cozy up here.
And you have advantage because you're flanking with Allie.
Yes.
Sounds like sneak attack.
So does a crit? I crit again.
Double crit. Yes, it
Double
does.
crit. All right.
Oh, that was a back-to-back crit.
That's a
Okay.
back-to-back crit. Damn
That's on
good
the board.
job.
That's on the board.
This makes up for you rolling 4 1s the other day, like right
You
now.
know what? And I'm gonna dump a
Of course
divine
you are,
smite.
because you're a paladin. Why wouldn't you?
That's
Dumb.
how I do. I just need to pick which level I want.
Do you want to do that while we just kind of move off and you can tell me what the damage is? Are you going to do anything else?
I have a macro for it, so
Okay.
I have. So 29 gets doubled, and then I'll just roll. I'll do it as a 2nd level. So 30 plus 58. So that is 88 damage.
Okay, that's all radiance. That all goes right the fuck
You're my
through.
favorite, Tessa.
What was that?
That's why you're my favorite cousin, Tessa.
You know it. Also, if you're within 5 feet of me, he has disadvantage on you.
Great. I also get to do my thing with the getting hit points back because Stormlight, which will help.
Okay, Thrax is up. He's going to take He's going to take 2 shots at the one that's next to Kiki because he's seeing Kiki help the big monster, and that seems to be like the plan? Question mark. So he's just going to fire arrows to free Kiki up.
I'm not sure if it's a good plan, but it's a plan.
Okay, wow, Thrax. Thrax takes 2 arrows. Kiki, and as you turn to see this big shadow demon thing raise the sword to come hit you, you just see, like Legolas, like arrow, eye socket, and it just drops.
Yay, Space Legolas!
Boom. Nikki, though, you still have 1 in your grill, so, what do you want to do about that?
Be sad.
That is a free action, so
Excellent.
being sad is a free action.
I would like to reach out to. Is it like pure shadow, or does it have any kind
No,
of?
it has form. Again, it's sort of shadowy demon, but it has like physical matter. It's not purely ethereal.
Okay.
They just
okay.
bamfed in that way.
Got it.
It can be hit.
Yeah, I mean, Thrax
Okay,
put 2
cool.
arrows in it, so
I'm gonna reach out and just like gently boop the nose of the one in front of me,
Mhm.
and hit it with a little shocking grasp action.
Okay.
Boop.
What does it need? It's a con save?
No, just a melee spell attack.
Oh, then roll 2 boop. Roll 2 boop the snoot.
Roll to boop.
Roll 2 boop the snoot. Does a 28 hit?
That does, but I was gonna laugh if it doesn't. If you boop it and just sort of like leans back and you're like,
Just looks
like,
at me like what?
yeah, but your
what?
arm isn't long enough now, and you're like, no. It's like no.
Yes.
Ah, yeah, you
okay.
hit it.
So that is 20 lightning damage, and critically, it cannot take reactions until the start of its next turn.
Well, it can't
So
do
I'm
that
going
anyway
somewhere
because
else.
it's dead.
Oh, sweet. Well, I'm going somewhere else anyways.
Okay. Allie, it is your turn.
I get back wisdom equivalent hit points at the beginning of my round, so I get 5 hit points back.
I'm heading over towards the cliff, but next to Thrax for a little bit of
Fortunately,
tank.
this will no longer apply because I now have more than half my hit points back. But
Go-to
whenever
man with swords.
this dude right here,
This
Yeah.
fucking guy.
The guy.
this fucking guy, I'm not a fan.
This dude.
No,
You know
you're a
what I would like to
kitsune.
do to
You're
him,
not a
dude?
fan.
I'm gonna stab him
Okay. With what? With your hands?
with my stormlight weapon.
Okay.
That's not gonna hit.
13 does not hit.
I'm gonna take a. What the hell? Game.
13 does not hit again.
I'm spending a point of inspiration to reroll.
Please be a 13 again. 16 does not hit, unfortunately.
What's going on?
Damn.
Deb?
You and Deb have
Sorry.
traded.
Oh my god.
I love
It's
it when
Freaky
this happens.
Friday, but on a Thursday.
Anything else,
Advantage on
Allie?
these rolls. I have advantage on these rolls because of Deb.
Oh, that's
do.
right.
For
12
fuck's
does not
sake, I
hit.
rolled a 12.
So we'll do the two 13s together, the 16 and the 12 together. So nothing, any more attacks, anything? Because you wouldn't have, you still can spend your point of inspiration because you had advantage.
Wow.
So you can make your last, you can make 2 more. Wow.
13.
13,
Oh
13,
my
16,
God, what
nothing.
the
Wow.
fuck?
Holy
Okay.
Christ.
Wow. Another 13.
All right.
You don't hit him
Wow.
unless you
I
need to
can't-
do something else.
Can I use
Can't use Fury unless you hit, Flurry unless you hit.
flurry unless I hit them? So I'm going to.
I imagine like he's just take this big hit from Tessa and then he's just Jackie Channing fucking Allie's all her punches. Like, no, 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 I have a problem now with the big one.
In that case, I'm gonna drink my healing pot.
Alright.
I'll spend a point to get me into patient defense. Probably gonna need that.
Probably need that. Okay, his minions are up. You see, so something important that you see is the Nikki and Kiki's Thrax is getting ready to defend you because you're his squishy friends, and when Tessa's not here, it's sort of it's Dad's job now that Mom's not here. You see these little shadowlings begin to move towards you. The two that are on the far rock, however, as they get close to you, the wicker being senses them and sends out with one arm. It looks like his fingers. He has about 5. He has 5 maybe from where you're standing, but they just go into like the Vulcan sign, and he wraps up the two of them and just shatters them in his hand.
Ooh. Yeah.
Nice.
And then he consumes their essence.
Yes, Wicker Goblin.
This is probably good.
Chaos.
Probably fine.
The other ones,
Probably
the other
fine.
6 will move up, and because again,
Oh, I didn't see them. Damn it.
oh yeah, he has lots of friends, so
They
they're
blend
gonna.
into
They
the
were-
background.
They were under my turn order window. I was hovering over them. I was like, oh, damn
They're
it.
gonna rock up to you guys because they are not real thrilled about everything. So Kiki, you're going to take 3 of them are going to attack Kiki because they saw what she did with the chains. So Kiki
Oh, dear.
does a 23 hit your AC?
Motherfucker. Yes.
All right, that's not going to hit you at all. Second guy goes. Does a 14 hit your AC?
No, it does not.
There's a 27. I know that's going to hit you. Third guy,
Yeah.
21.
No, actually, believe it or not. Not with her doggo with pinion by her.
And a 27. A 27 will
oh.
hit you. So that is 3
Oh,
attacks to Kiki. So
Okay.
that means Kiki will take a grand total of 35 damage from those 3 hits.
Yow! Okay, her pinion, her robo dog does get an attack, a bite attack at one of those dudes as a reaction.
Yeah, whatever you'd like, Kiki.
Okay, I mean, I'm just like every little bit helps, so where is the attack for the doggo? Okay. I'm rolling.
By the way, Nikki, does a 26 and a critical hit you?
What the? Oh.
The 26 does. The critical, weirdly, also does.
Okay. So you're
That's
going.
a good hit.
You're going to take.
What the sh?
Roll
Which
20s,
one is
dude.
first?
First one is the non-critical.
Okay.
Ah! Nothing to 10.
The creature takes 5 cold damage when they hit me.
Okay, they're gonna. The first attack will deal 14 damage to you.
Okay.
And the next attack will deal another 14 to you. But that one takes damage from the Agathis.
Just the first one.
The next two are going to attack Thrax, but he has a lot better armor. Okay, misses. That's a critical to Thrax. And another critical to Thrax. Wow.
Whew.
Thrax takes a
Ouch.
beating, but he's a sturdy boy. Okay, that's the gang, and that one takes some damage from a Kike. And now, you're the Wicker guy's up. He's gonna try to break that collar. He does not. He just tries to.
Aww.
Can't quite get it. Monk is up. Monk's gonna do something weird. Tessa,
Yo.
he's gonna touch you, and I need you to roll a percentile die.
Oof.
Ooh.
I don't like that.
I really don't like that. 23.
Hold on, let me see if there's anything I can help.
I'm not sure what it's gonna be, so.
Wait. Oh! I can use my reaction here. Sentinel. Because it attacked a target other than me while within my reach. I can use my reaction to make a melee weapon attack against it.
No, you can do that.
I'm gonna roll my actual dice for this.
And Tessa, also make me a con save, please.
Ha!
I crit the con save.
Okay,
18 on the dice, so it's gonna be a 28 to hit.
that hits.
Great, I actually stabbed him this time.
Oh.
And I get to roll with my sneak attack because I have advantage on it. So he's going to take 13 damage, psychic damage specifically.
Okay, so that will come before the attack, obviously. So Tessa, he is going to transfer. He's going to do something called transfer harm, which is some weird shadow bullshit that you can do. So he will now transfer 25% of the damage, total damage he's taken, to you. But you will half this because you made the con save. So he's
Crit the con save.
Crit the con save. So he's taken a total of 107. So let's call that
That'd be 20.
26
Is he transferring all of the harm that's been done to him so far, or any future harm?
percentage that's been done so far for his total percentage that's been done to
So
him.
does this continue to apply for future hits?
You don't know.
All right, so it's 26. I'm going to subtract 5 from my resist also. I go down 21.
Okay. He is then going to spend a legendary action.
Pre-halving, though, right?
It was a quarter.
Yeah, it was a quarter.
Yeah, but then don't you get to take half of it because you made
Yeah,
the save?
so it's 26 divided in half, so that's 13.
Oh,
Minus
okay.
your
Yeah.
5 is 8. So you only take 8 damage. But he's going to
That's
spend
significantly better.
Yeah, so he's going to
That
spend a
is
legendary action, and he's going to touch Allie again, using his Death Touch ability. So go ahead and make me a con save, Allie.
Well, she's rolling really quick, Scoot. I have a once a day turn a crit into a normal successful hit, so can I do that and get 7 back from the...
Yes, and you save.
16 on the dice plus 7, so 23.
You save, but you're going to
Good.
take half this then.
No, I'm not. Evasion. When you're subjected to an effect... Oh, wait, it's dex damage only. Damn it!
You take
Motherfucker.
25 damage from him as he boops you.
Okay, well, at least I take 11 less damage than that because of my increased resilience.
Yep. He is then going to spend a... No, that's all he's going to do for now. He's done. Kiki!
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Kiki's not liking this damage that she took. She's not liking basically anything right now, except for her new friend? Question mark. So she's going to attempt to remove the final enchantment on the collar, and she'd be like, "Remember your friends, friends." Help your friends,
no.
and then she's going to.
Wow, he critically failed this save, so
Okay.
the last binding snaps, and
boy.
your hex causes these magic sigils to die, and then he rips off the throat collar, and you see him stand up to his full height, and that drop, like where he is probably about 20 feet below you. You can see the top of his head like Godzilla and King Kong when they look over a building, and you see these furious bonfires of like magical energy coming from him as he looks to you, nods a thank you, probably, and then turns back to the other rock where the other fight is happening. It's not his turn yet, but it will be soon.
I was kind of hoping he might help Kiki with all of these shadow beings. I know the big bad is the big problem, but I'm just Kiki's a little bit like, what? She didn't do anything against all these monks surrounding her. These little not monks, little shadow beings. Okay, so then that was her action. So she's gonna guzzle a health potion to get 13.
Does Pinion get to do anything on your turn, or is it just reactionary?
Only it's just Pinion is in protection mode, so that's like he can react like one bite for like an attack, and that's about it. And he hasn't, by the way, made a single roll yet using this feature. But that's okay. So Kiki gets 13 health points back, and that is it for her.
Okay, so next up is Tessa.
Alright, this fucker. Alright. I'm gonna whap him with my swordy sword.
Whap away.
A crit! Oh my god, I get another crit!
He is...
Oh!
So Tessa, you see him as that
God.
happens, he goes ethereal, and your blade goes through him.
What?
Yep.
On a crit?
With a crit?
On a crit.
This is bullshit! Is he totally ethereal now?
He is totally ethereal.
That's crit shit.
That is crit shit. That is total shit.
I feel like that's insult to injury with her
I
roll.
don't think I have anything that can
That is
like.
finally rolling well, and it just fucking.
I know.
I built him to fight all of you. He needs mechanics to do this to keep it interesting.
Hang on, I need to do a. Actually, I can. All right, I guess I'll do the only thing I can really do.
Actually, I feel bad. Tessa, make me a dex saving throw. I feel bad that you pissed.
Don't forget that you're within 5 feet of me, so you can.
Oh, I get advantage.
Advantage.
It's already a crit, so I don't think that.
No, for the dex save.
Oh,
Wombo
okay.
combos, Tessa. Wombo combos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit him with the crit, we'll say, before he goes ethereal.
Not you, boo.
Alright. Jesus.
That's 4 crits.
Wow.
Jesus,
That's 4
Dad.
crits.
Yeah, the
Actually,
universe
I think
wants you to hit
that's,
this
that's
thing.
That's 5 crits.
Oh, 5. Oh.
The universe
Five,
wants you
sorry.
to hit this thing, Tessa, so hit
Yeah,
this
but
thing
that's
with
correct.
I'm gonna dump another smite into it, so I'm gonna do. Oh, he never rolled a con saving throw to see if he was blinded. Shit, that was on me. All right, but this time, he's gonna take 60 plus. You know, what? I get once per turn. I can use Savage Attacker, so I'm just gonna re-roll to see if I get a better than 30. Because I should have done that last time too.
Mhm.
No, so I'll use the 30. And it's 3d8 extra radiant damage. So he'll take
So that's 40 altogether,
60.
that's 80.
82.
82.
82, so he takes 82 radiant damage. Wow.
And he has to roll a con saving throw for blindness.
He will spend a legendary resistance to automatically save.
Good. Good. Whittle those down.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
Anything else? So Tessa, he then goes ethereal.
That was attack number 1.
Yeah, he goes ethereal. He's not one shadow at the moment.
I don't think I can do anything with that. Shit. I already used a melee attack, so I can't use a spell now, right?
Nope.
Alright, then I'm done.
Alright, it is Thrax's turn, and Thrax really does not like... he sees the big monster get ready to leap, and he's like, I hope that works out. And then he's going to sling the bow, pull out the scimitars, and attack the one in front of Nikki to try to help that situation out. Okay.
Thank you.
19 on the dice. And okay. The guy in front of you goes down, Nikki, as he rolled a 19 and 18 on those attacks, respectively. The one in front of you drops. And then for his movement, he is going to take 1, 2, 3 attacks of opportunity to basically get in front of you.
Why would he take... He's still in range of that other guy. Why would that be an opportunity attack?
Because that means less things hitting Nikki.
But like they don't get the trigger if he doesn't move out of there.
Yeah, they're not triggering an attack of opportunity.
He's moving.
Yeah, but
It only triggers when you move out of
Right, sorry. So
controlled range.
he'll get 1 attack of opportunity. You guys are right. Thank you. Miss. He dodges it as he gets in front of Nikki and takes a very defensive position in front of you, seeing that you are somehow weaker than the bird.
It do be like that.
It is your turn, Nikki, as Thrax steps in front of you, kind of fluffs out his wings and tries to cover you as much as he can.
Aww.
He's like, I lived at your house for a while, so I figure I owe you at least this.
I will thank him first. And then I'm just gonna reach between him and Kiki and try and just like shock the one who's standing right there between them.
Okay. So go ahead.
See if I can help Kiki out a little bit here. I'm gonna do a concentration thing, but I don't want to fuck up the haste over there fighting the monk.
Yeah,
24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits him. Roll the damage.
15 lightning damage.
You shock him, but not enough to bring him down. But enough to hurt
he has
him
no
severely.
reactions,
Nope.
So that's good.
Anything else?
I think this is the safest possible place for me to be, so I'm gonna stay right here.
You could hang out with the big wicker monster.
I'm actually gonna briefly consider. I'm gonna look over my shoulder at him.
He's getting ready to jump. You can see him like squatting down and pulling, like, you know, people before do a long jump or he's doing that.
I'm gonna stay here just in case equal and opposite reactions jettison his floaty rocks. I don't want to be there.
Okay. Allie, you have an ethereal monk man in front of you.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm
not liking it.
I'm going to shift my position slightly. So 5-foot adjustment.
So as you move, he doesn't do anything.
That's fine.
But you don't think he can hit you right now in this form.
That's fine. I doesn't matter. I'm taking a 5-foot adjustment just so that I'm no longer directly between him and giant wicker creature.
Is he fucking bubble her thing?
No, he's not going anywhere. He just is shadow now.
I'm gonna hold my action until he comes. As soon as he comes back from the ethereal plane, he's getting smacked. That's what I'm holding my action for.
Okay. Friends are up. Kiki, you're gonna get a series of attacks again. So first guy, that's a critical. Oh my. And a 25.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness. Okay, Kiki.
Well, all right. Pinion does a 14 hit. I swear to God.
Nope.
Pinion doesn't do jack.
I'm sorry,
she
guys,
does
for taking all your crits.
No, it's okay. I'll take the +2 to AC that Pinion grants anytime over a little BAP. So, sorry, what was the question again?
So,
how much do I take?
So you're taking a total of... They rolled very poorly on their rolls, so that's...
Thank the gods.
13 for the first guy.
Okay.
13 damage. The next guy is going to attack you. None of them are above 15. I'm pretty sure that doesn't hit
Nice.
you.
Nope. She actually has really decent AC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so whap, whap, whap. Pinion gets in the way. Last gentleman.
All right.
23 and a 21.
To Kiki, sorry.
To Kiki's
still
AC.
Me.
Yep.
The 21 does not hit.
Okay, so
she has a 22 with Pinion.
One hit, but it's 15 damage.
Okay. She's down to 30 HP. You know, she's...
Cash.
Yeah, you know.
Thrax, the next two will attack Thrax. Thrax is going to take a bit more of a... no, he doesn't get bigger.
What the... Whoa.
Rolled... Sorry. He's
Stretching out.
That's... Wow, Thrax takes a lot of damage from another 2 crits that I rolled.
What the fuck?
Thrax is bleeding. All right. The big wicker man, now that it's his turn, you folks just watch him leap. And he lands with a big thud that rocks the platform you're on. I need Allie and Tessa to make a dex saving throw. Tessa, you're on the edge. You're going to roll with disadvantage.
But she has wings.
Yeah, wings.
Yeah, it's just to get knocked off. You might get knocked off the platform.
There's a 24 save.
You're fine. Allie, dex save, please.
32.
Yeah, you're both fine as you find your footing. Tessa, you kind of, it rocks a little bit, but you got wings. You just kind of pop, float up in the air and come back down. It stands there. It hovers over rim and opens. The bottom jaw falls down, and you see him become no longer ethereal. And a lot of the power that was emanating from his eyes is gone. Like it's as it was prior to book status.
So I get to smack him now because he's no longer ethereal.
Yep, because it is your conditions go.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to keep rolling this dice. It's very... Oh, no, that... Dice are now being kind to me, perhaps. We're going to try again. 20?
20 hits.
Great. I'll roll both attacks. 2 20s, so they both hit.
Both hits.
So... He takes, for the first attack, 14. For the second one, he takes 6. And then I get to... I spend a key point.
Get a flurry.
Do a flurry. Is 10, 11, and 15.
For the attacks,
Yeah.
10 misses. They all miss.
Okay. He's still gonna have to. He's still gonna have to roll a con saving throw though.
Yep.
Because my second attack knew my stunning strike.
That is a 15, which I don't think saves.
It does not. He
He's
is stunned until the end of my next turn.
He is stunned. As his turn rolls in at his turn, he is stunned. Kiki, it is your turn.
All right, so Kiki does not like all these shadow fucks up in her grill. Okay, so her bombs and contraptions generally, like the pow pow pew pew boom boom kind, have a 5-foot radius. Could she hit 2 of them at once if she lobs it between? Or
a 5-foot radius is the square that they're in.
Okay, so she would just...
Yeah,
yes.
So I will say, like, if you I'll give you this. If you want to roll with disadvantage if you're throwing it, you could try to land it in between them.
Well, she does... It's not an attack roll. It's a dex save.
Oh,
for them,
then
so.
yeah, you can, screw it. You can throw it between them.
Okay, so she's going to take one of her explosives and roll it between
Just...
these two.
I feel like it's that Pirates of the Caribbean part where they like roll the bomb very casually into things.
Yeah, no, pretty much. She's just like, so they have to make a dex save and beat 18.
Okay. One of them crits, and the other gets a 2 on the dice, so I'm assuming one saves, but the more damaged one saves.
Okay, so
Well,
the one
yeah,
that rolled
they're
a 2...
fucking dead. Boom.
Okay, the one takes half, but okay.
Yeah, that's
All
enough
right,
to
so
kill
that's
him, because he got hit before.
Excellent.
So
Okay,
there's the
so
one
she's
directly
also...
in front of you, yep.
Yeah, she's going to lob it just kind of like over its head so she's not in the blast of fire. And she's just going to give it a kind of like a Dirty Harry, Clint Eastwood kind of grin and just sort of like lob it over. Also has to make a dex save.
That is a 19.
Yeah, so that takes half of damage for 23. So,
Yeah, it's going to die because it's already pretty banged up.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I feel like Kiki has a cigar now and just lit the bombs on the cigar and threw them behind her back.
She kind of lights it on and she tosses it over, and that's it for Kiki.
Tessa, the scary shadow man is now corporeal and stunned thanks to your monk friend and cousin.
Which is pretty good.
Yep, because you're rolling with advantage on all of these because he is very surrounded.
I'm going to use a point of inspiration to take 2 turns. On the first turn, I am going to hit him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's an insta crit, right? Or is it not an? What's
Stunned, not prone.
Hang on.
Okay.
You have advantage because he's like flanked the fucking back, right?
Let me check one thing quick.
I should probably know what the conditions are. Just not.
Stunned. A stunned creature is incapacitated,
All right.
oh my, and can't move and speak. The creature automatically fails strength saving and dex saving
Okay.
throws. Attack rolls have advantage in the creature.
So I just have advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's see. Does a 24?
Yes, it
obviously.
does.
All right. So he's going to take. 27 for the first attack.
Mm-hmm.
Second attack,
30
Assuming
hits.
a 30
Yeah, 30 will
hits.
hit.
then he takes another 38.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to re-roll that first one for my savage attacker. So, that's actually worse. Okay, drop that.
Mhm.
Third attack. Oof,
29 will hit.
29.
so that's another 32.
Mm-hmm.
And he has to make a con saving throw for blind. Does that 3 times?
First one is a 20.
Yep. That hits.
He'll spend a legendary resistance to save out of the second one, and then a 24. So I think he's saved out of them.
All right.
So that's your first round of attacks. But you spend a point of inspiration to get
Yes.
another round.
So
action.
I'm not liking what's going on over here. So I am hasted. I am going to take. Actually, he's stunned. He can't attack me.
No.
So I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna do a lay on hands on Thrax and give him 50 health points back.
Okay. He
Ooh.
looks a lot less shitty.
Do you do it by like patting his butt or something? Since he's your sweetie, how do you do it?
Get in the game.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. Go
'cause
on
you see
there.
him like.
Get out there, champ.
Just to give you an idea, Tessa, he at this point was like he had taken so many hits that the only thing keeping him probably up was like I can't let these fuckers hit Kiki and Nikki. Like he was up by determination and like a single digit number of health points.
Well,
But now
not
he's now he's a lot
So-
better now. Yeah.
actually, so I can. What was that? Let me measure that. So that was 60 feet, which is normal
Mhm.
because I'm wearing Kiki's scarf. But I am hasted, so I get my movement back. So I'm gonna move back. Be like,
You will take attacks of opportunity from
that's
them.
fine.
Okay.
Love you, Kay. Thanks.
who?
Bye.
That is a 28 and a critical.
I'll just take it. Whatever.
Okay. So you're going to
Wait,
take
who is she taking attacks of opportunity from?
These guys.
the shadow guys around.
Oh,
Thrax.
sorry.
Because
Got it.
Tessa flew across,
Right.
smacked Thrax on the ass to stop him from dying, and then jetted back away like some sort of
Oh,
weird
that's why I
alpha
didn't see
strike angel woman. So Tessa, that is 11 and math 40 damage altogether.
So that's 35 altogether.
Thrax is up, and Thrax is confused because he like he felt he was kind of groggy. And he felt something slap his ass, and then he thought he heard Tessa, but he doesn't see Tessa. He's like, "Oh,
He
these
just
guys, right?
sees-
Yeah,
sees Nikki. He just sees Nikki. behind.
yeah." He's actually, hang on. Well, I rolled an insight check, and he rolled a 6 on the dice.
Oh, seems good.
And he's just kind of like, he looks at you, Nikki, and he's like,
I look at him.
"Thank you, but I'm spoken
What?
for." And then he goes back to attacking the demon.
That's hysterical.
He will send one attack at each. He hits one and misses the other. But it was very like, well, I appreciate that, but I'm spoken for. And he goes back to attacking.
Dude, like, I'm flattered, but no thank you.
By the way, you have a really firm grip.
Yeah, your hand is much larger than I thought it would be for a wizard. It's your turn, Nikki. By the way, so
All
that-
right. I
you
will-
saw that. You saw Tessa's like boom, and then just like this flash of wing and a radiant.
That's hysterical.
I can't decide how I want to handle this.
Not the enemies, the Thrax situation.
Well, yeah, the enemies. I'll deal with that first of all, I think. I'm just gonna shock and grasp the one who's next to me.
Mm-hmm.
My roll 20 is super slow today. But eventually I can stop slowing for time because it'll roll. How do we feel about a 19?
That'll hit.
for 17 lightning
It's
damage.
dead.
It gets damage fast. I mean, that's
That's the
good.
important thing, yeah. So that one drops.
I'll just blink innocently at Thrax and be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
And he gives you a side eye, kind of sassy, like, mm-hmm. And then he flexes the butt a little, and then goes back to making sure this thing doesn't kill you.
I mean, I can appreciate a good flex. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
Allie,
Pretty nice.
you watched your cousin just poof, and now it's your turn.
Let's smack this monk some more.
Yep.
Smack his neck.
Smack.
29 for the first one,
29 will
14.
hit, yeah.
But I get to roll with advantage because Tess is right there, and so is this giant thingy-majigger.
Yeah. You don't know if it's
So-
your friend, but it's definitely his enemy.
So overall, I've gotten a 29 and a 24, and those both hit, right?
Those will both hit.
Okay. First one is going to be my sneak attack. Second one is going to be a regular attack. Then I'm going to spend... So he takes 23 damage from those two. Then I'm going to spend a key point for Flurry of Blows.
Mhm.
22, 22, and 26.
They all hit.
He takes another 11, 17, 27 damage from me, and he's going to have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
He will spend his last legendary resistance to not deal with that.
Okay. Well, he's not stunned, but he did take a bunch of damage from me,
Yeah,
and I'm happy about that.
his friends are gone. The big guy you see now is extended his one hand, and you see that while Rim hasn't noticed this yet, tendrils of shadow are coming out of him into the wicker monster. But he just sort of regained consciousness and is busy fighting. But it's just kind of standing there, pulling in his essence. Rim, at this point, is going to try to he's going to attempt to transfer his harm to Tessa, but nothing happens, and he's very shocked by this, as the power doesn't work.
Yeah, fuck right off.
He is going to then, he's gonna go over. He's gonna spin to. He's in a pickle, is what he's in.
That's pickle.
That's pickle. Yeah, it's gonna be Allie. Allie, con saving throw, please.
Okay.
With a +5, because you are within 10 feet of Tessa.
25.
You save.
Sweet.
But you are going to take...
So you're getting your rolls back.
Yeah, slowly.
I am. I started a little rough, and then I donated a little help to Tessa, and now we're back in the groove.
We've had our own transference. Getting back to normal.
40 damage from him. That is after it's halved.
Because 39 damage because of my
Yep.
surge
So,
benefit.
pop. You
I don't like
take
that very much.
He will then.
On the bright side, I think I've probably burned a whole bunch of his key points at this point.
Oh, you have. You very much have.
Great.
You've burned about half of them.
Great.
Kiki, it's your turn.
Okay, so Kiki is not liking this one little shithead remainder there, so she's going to
Rock up.
move up. She's just going to move up. She's not going to notice Thrax's ass because she's Kiki, and
Yeah.
these material things just don't. Look. She is tired of being picked on by shadow things, so she's going to pull out her boomstick, and she's just going to she's still in dirty hair, but do you feel lucky, punk? Oh,
He does, because you rolled
He
a
was
1.
feeling lucky.
I'm so using a point of. Should I use it on this little shitty thing? Yeah, I'm going to use a point of inspiration on that, and 12.
12
Man.
misses though. But luckily, you do go from the boomstick goes off, it malfunctions a bit and goes off a little preemptively. It almost shoots Thrax in the ass, but you luckily get the boomstick out of the way. But it doesn't hit anyone because you re-rolled and just missed.
All right, so her second attack, she was going to try and help with the Shadow Monk, but she doesn't like this. Thrax is going to come. You know what? Okay, she's going to just take a risk that someone will, Thrax will handle this
Just
little
deal with this
shadow
thing.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just like, ugh. So for her second attack, because she re-rolled with a crit point, she's going to cast Moonbeam over Shadow Monk. So she's gonna. It's a glyph that's on her boomstick. So she points it in the other direction. It's got 120-foot range, and you're gonna see a beam,
Of moonlight.
40-foot high cylinder of moonlight over the Shadow Monk, and he'll take damage at the start of his turn.
Okay, and he
There.
needs to was it dex save or something?
It's a con save. He'll
It's a con
take
save.
half damage if he makes it.
He critically succeeded, so he will take half damage on his turn.
The fuck?
Okay. That's
Um,
at the start. I know. It's radiant damage if that helps, but yeah.
If anyone's paying attention to Allie's face, she looks particularly delighted that you have cast Moonbeam right now, and she's having a small moment of nostalgia.
Tessa,
Okay.
All right, I'm going to reposition myself because I want to be within 5 foot of Allie to give Monk asshole disadvantage on his attacks. So I'm going to move there. I'm just going to whap him some more. And now Allie's giving me advantage. So
Wappity wap.
33
33.
hits. Yes, it does.
And I'm going to re-roll that for my savage attacker. 27 for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Second one,
30 hits.
34. We're going to do that again. That's 28 more damage.
Mm-hmm.
And 26.
26 hits.
All right, I'm going to dump a Divine Smite into this one, so he'll take 43 plus
Jesus.
58. So he'll take an extra 13 damage from that.
Well, in the immortal words of Matt Mercer, how would you like to kill this man, Tessa? Because you have
How would you like
well
to do
and
this?
beyond his current health pool.
Oh, it's a cool way for a Shadow Man to die.
Your
I
boot up
feel
his
like so I'm using.
By the light?
ass.
I feel like I am. So I have this Fran's sword, right? The one that she had blessed. I feel like it cuts into him, and his entire body bursts into confetti.
Okay, so you
I just the noun that I thought was coming after burst into.
yeah. So everyone but Thrax is seeing this because he's squared up to the Shadow Beast, but you see that Tessa takes this hander and just puts it through the guy's gut now that he's corporeal, and Allie on the other side of him, like kind of where an exit wound would be for, say, a boomstick, you see what looks like the head of Big Gruff, the Mecha Fran, just sort of like ethereally come out of the other side as Tessa embeds the blade into him, and you can see from his core radiant light begins to come through his torso, up through his neck, out his mouth, and when he should erupt into like just explosion, there is an explosion, but it's like when like one of those Japanese party balls explode, and there's just confetti and little noisemakers and a whole bunch of like candies. Just, and that,
Exactly. Perfect.
and with that, Rim is dead, and Thrax cuts down the last little guy and turns around. He's like, "What happened to the monk?"
Confetti.
We'll reenact it with illusions. That was amazing.
Oh, so what about this guy though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still don't
Try to
entirely
figure
know
that
about him.
So the large.
How? But I'm not attacking him.
So
Yeah,
as
like-
the last of Rim's body is just kind of like, because there's still some bits and pieces of him, like his boots, his feet might be in there. You see the large wicker kind of look around, and it looks kind of sad, as much as this deer skull can look sad. That there's not a flesh and blood thing for him to eat, so he just kind of picks up the boot and shoves it in his craw, and you see it slip down where the throat should be, but it's just sort of brambles and like various bones, and it just goes, and it keys in on Allie,
You.
and it's unsure of what to do with you.
I'm all shiny if that helps. Like I've still got Stormlight like summoned. So
Yeah, and that's
I'm
why
forward.
you're clearly not made of shadow.
Yeah.
You're very much the opposite of that.
Kiki will shout across.
You might even call it Shadow't.
Shutdown. Ah.
Wait,
Kiki will
Rob
shout.
makes a pun. I have that on my bingo
Oh.
card. Wait, really? Yeah. I didn't know that was on the list. That's on the list.
Wow. I don't think I
You're
have that
welcome. And I have 4. 4 across.
Kiki will shout across the chasm to the creature. That's friend bunk. Friend bunk. She good. Like
So
she's
it
trying
looks
to be
over.
like,
It looks over at Kiki, and it remembers it can't squint because it's a skull for a
Yeah.
face, and it just
Yeah.
kind of you two they're close to it. Hear it go, as if it's remembering that the bird helped it. So it looks down to you, Aaliyah, and goes,
Allie.
Allie, and goes, and it leans into you, and you can see something is sort of in its where like a mouth would be.
Kate knows what this is.
Allie
Kate knows.
doesn't.
Terrible idea. Allie doesn't know what this is. Allie
know.
does dumb shit all the time. Allie will take what it is offering.
Dumb shit. Dumb
oh.
shit.
Okay.
You couldn't do it with Neva. Now you can do it with Allie.
Nope. Neva would not take from the deck of many more things. Allie absolutely would.
So while I get this set
Especially
up, would
now
you
that that's what
folks
she's doing.
like to explain what exactly this being is?
Oh, this is
So-
a wicker monster.
So there are now apparently 2 wicker monsters. And
Oh, no.
technically,
This is the
Is
same
it-
for meta purposes.
Azzy?
This is Azranok, yes, a wicker
Yeah.
column.
What? How did he get
Oh.
down here? How did he?
Shenanigans.
maybe a second Bazzy because you now have the deck of many more things in addition to the deck of many things.
So
but
for
we're
the
using
for
the
the
deck of many
audience,
things.
for the audience, another one of my characters, Eris, who is the concept of discord in the astral sea, is the master of Azranok, who she received from a gift from Radia. No, it wasn't Radia. It was
Bottle. Oh, it's from it was from
Bottle.
it's Perseus or Idri or somebody.
Well, no, before it went to Trifling with Tieflings, it started with Crits and Tits. We had
That's
set him
right.
free.
No, you
Mara
had found
and
a
Bottle
broken
set him
deck of
free.
many
Yeah.
things, and you decided let's put this in a golem's body.
Yeah,
and
that's
let's
what Bottle
be the
did.
power source, and it turned
then-
into Azranok.
And then they gave it to Eris, and she's like, "All right, this is chaotic. I'm down for this." So
Yeah.
then he's been popping up in various campaigns as this deck of many things / evil, somewhat
No,
okay.
he's not
neutral.
evil anymore. He's now
Neutral.
true neutral. Because
True
we
neutral, that's right.
spell to make him true neutral instead of evil.
That's right. Because in our other campaign, Eva's character Thea changed his alignment to neutral.
There we
So-
go.
Okay.
So here we are.
Allie, pick me a number between 1 and 30.
1 and what?
1
You
and
cut out.
30.
Okay. I'm gonna let a dice decide for me.
Okay.
The number is
Is it 30?
21.
You have a 30-sided dice? How did you do this?
No, I rolled it in 20.
Oh, okay.
20, 21.
Yes.
Excellent. This is exactly what I wanted.
Fuck.
So, for purposes, would you like to see your card, Kate?
Sure.
The Knight.
Oh.
Is this the deck of many things
This
or
is the
many
deck
more
of
things?
many things.
Oh.
Oh.
Because that's what powers Azranok, is a broken deck of many things. It is unstable. So, because it's unstable, it works kind of crazily if you draw the bad cards, but also if you draw the good ones. So, you see from him, as you look at the card, it looks like there's this knight on it, but it looks like a kitsune, and you're like, you don't know what the fuck that
Oh,
means.
fuck. Oh, fuck.
Hang on. Wait. Robert, because you see a card get pulled, and I feel like you might have the intrinsic knowledge of like what is. Oh no, as you
Yep.
might know what this is. So make me an Arcana or History check to see if Nikki understands what Allie has just done.
Why do I feel like I know what Kitsune you're about to send me?
You don't know what I'm about to send you.
I got a nat 20 for a total
Okay.
of 33.
Yes, you're like, that's weird, and then you start thinking about when you looked at this creature in the cards, and you're like, what magical item is called? And then you look at hang and don't, and then you have already seen Allie pull a card.
Allie, wait. Yeah, the classic.
So, as the
Allie turns to look at you holding the cards. What?
you folks see
Yeah,
the
like you pulled it out and
card,
then turned.
yeah, you see the card begins to rise up, and it shimmers with this oddly not natural arcane. So, Nikki, you and Kiki are very used to seeing sort of like magic flowing into objects. Usually, this purplish color. This is running the spectrum of colors like a rainbow, and the card starts to spin, and out from the card pops a long serpentine kind of Eastern style dragon. and it hovers right above kind of Allie's face, and it stands there, and there is a soft music that seems to be emanating from its body.
I turn to Kiki and say, "What the fuck?" And Kiki, it takes you a second to realize I said that in Orin.
Oh. What? Yeah, Kiki nods, and then she looks at you funny, because that's the first time you've ever spoken that to her. And then she'll look at you again. and in Orange, she'll be like, "What the fuck?"
So the dragon, you've seen...
Looking up at the dragon and goes, hi?
And the dragon sort of speaks to you and goes, "Hi, and, hey, what's going on?"
Sorry, who are you?
Oh, I'm Nub Nub.
No.
I'm a dubstep dragon. Well, I'm a musidrake, but I do dubstep mostly.
Okay.
Hmm?
Sorry,
Allie's like, "That's good."
you get here? Are you with him?
Ah! No. Oh, gods. No, I was...
Best reaction.
I imagine the Wicker Man is distressed. Like, what? Really?
No, he's just standing there, just sort of assessing the situation. It seems pleased with itself as much as you can get from a non-expressionable skull face. And he goes, "No, I'm... Fala sent me to come help you."
Do I know who Fala is?
History checks, anyone? Because you're... Tessa, you're hearing this too, and, like, you've seen music.
As a player, know who it is.
Yeah, so this is what's
No,
known
my
as
history
a... Oh, you
shit.
don't know shit.
Let's roll a 9 because Allie's specialty is not it.
You probably weren't listening to Kai when he was doing his like ballads in the
Total 20 from Nikki.
Nikki,
in the tavern.
you know this is what's called this is what's referred to as a musidrake, and now it's an actual it's a dragon.
Okay.
It's as much of a dragon as like any of the dragons you see anywhere else.
I say okay as if I'm learning new information and not the proud
Owner of one.
Yes.
Or companion of one.
Yeah.
So it is a dragon that is sort of infused with music, and it comes from a place called Musa, and Fala is one of the like Shenron-esque from DBZ guardians of that particular place. There are 4 of them.
Okay.
But these things are, you know that the Musadrakes are just as smart as any the dragon, just as powerful. This one is probably young, and you know they sometimes hang out with people while they're young, kind of like dragons might. You also know that this particular being can probably shift its size and shape a little bit, so it might be big enough for like Allie to ride. Now, again, to be fair,
Ooh.
Allie will be ride because the Musadrake allows Allie to ride it. Not that this is not a horse. This is a sentient, very decently powerful being. Much like you don't ride
How big
a
is
dragon.
it now?
It's probably the size of like a small,
Is it like scarf sized right now?
a small scarf. You'd probably, it could wrap like once around your neck.
I'm sorry, I don't know who that is.
Oh, a big boss. Don't worry about it. I'm here to help
Can
you
I
though.
hear
You see it floating
fullness of the
and
conversation?
no, you're make a perception check. Let's see if you do, because you're kind of far away and it's not shouting.
You just hear a low. in the
Like a 4. I literally just heard Fallout.
Actually, do you just hear like boots and cats and boots and cats and boots
Yes.
and cats and boots and cats and
Boots and
cats?
pants, boots and pants.
Boots and pants and boots and pants and Fallout. Boots and pants and boots.
Yeah,
and
that's
pants.
all you heard. You're like, what the fuck?
La
Yeah,
la la la.
yeah. I'm just I'm here to help.
All of us?
Just you. You're
Oh.
Allie, right? You're from Kit. You're the fox
Yes.
lady kind of thing.
It checks its paperwork.
Yeah.
It's like,
So it does have a little satchel, and it has a little clipboard, and it's like, yeah, and it shows you, and there's a drawing of you on there, but like a passport drawing. Yeah, you're
does
her, right?
Does Allie's passport have 2 photos? One for her in like
One-
its
one
uniform
Fox,
and one in Fox.
Yeah, it's you, right? I mean, you hang on. You're purple in kind of this one. You're blue now, though.
Yeah. Long story. I got faster as well. Same person.
Hot dog guy.
Yes.
Okay,
You know
okay.
Hot Dog Guy?
I know of hot dog guy.
Oddly, I'm slightly more reassured. Now, let's sort all this out when we're not in this weird in between the world shadow space that we probably don't want to stay in for all that long.
Oh yeah, hang on. And you see that Nub Nub grows very large and just in front of you to the point where you can definitely get on his back and ride him. And he just sort of picks you up. He doesn't, he's not really used to people, so he just kind of picks you up like by the scruff of your shirt. He's like, "Oh, right, sorry." And he puts you back down. Can I pick you up and carry you out of here?
Can I sit on your back instead? Maybe not the picking up?
That probably makes more sense, he says, bringing a claw to his mouth. Like, yeah, that probably makes more sense. I'm sorry, I'm very new at this.
We'll talk about it.
Okay. And he gives you literally a leg up so you can climb onto his back. And you folks just see the ones that are over there, and like Thrax is like, "What the fuck is? Oh, geez, fantasy G." And this dragon just grows. And Tessa, you're just watching this happen.
I'll slap chat everybody else. This is Nub Nub. She's here to help me. We're gonna talk about it outside.
Take it outside.
I'll look over at. I still don't know as
no, it's name. The Wicker being.
I'll look over at the Wicker being. Thank you. Do you need any help leaving here?
And then a boot flies out of its mouth. And it points to the portal like gate you folks came through.
Take that as a no.
Yeah, and it just starts moving. Like of its, it has settled up its tab with you, and it begins to move towards all of you. You have no idea what's happening, and it looks at Kiki.
Ali, you turn to us and be like, "He's giving away free dragons," because you don't.
No,
you don't know.
I don't entirely know. So look, I took a card and then I got a dragon, but also the dragon said it came from Fala, and I did this thing Fala.
So it does go to Kiki because you were the one that freed it, and
yes.
He goes. And you see it go to its shoulder, and it snaps off a piece of its own wicker and just gives it to you, and hands it to you to take it.
Kiki takes it. She's a little puzzled, but she.
Yeah, and he gives you.
Thank you.
He gives you a very awkward thumbs up, and he tries to smile, but it's just these gnarled like brambles and teeth. It's more of like a wolf's mouth, like fangs, than it's just because he thinks he's seen his boss do that before. He's like, ugh. And then he just
Kiki's a Kenku with a beak, and so like the two of them grinning at each other is probably
it's just like the
rightly
worst thing.
Unsettling.
Thrax leans over to you, Nicky, and he's like, "What the fuck is happening?"
I assume we're all over the other side at this point.
Yeah, you could have moved over, and he just,
Okay.
you see him, you see this being just sort of casually saunter out into the through the portal, which you can see now. Like the wizards have shown up, and some of them tried to detain this being, and it just backhands like 5 of them 30 feet, and then just keeps on going its own merry way. And at that point, the other wizards go, "We're gonna just let that guy go where he wants to. We're not bothering with that one."
We should probably leave.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, then.
I would very much like to be marginally less almost dead than I am.
Yeah, Kiki's not exactly in like she's like 30 hit points. Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
So as you're walking out, actually, like you're seeing that people on the other side of the gate, now that the Wicker being, who we know, most of us know as Azranok, has kind of moved off. A lot of them are still kind of like peeking in and trying to figure out what's going on. Do you want to walk out of the portal, or do you want to use the teleportation here?
Nikki, can you teleport us from here?
Yeah, that seems better than going back out into Zanran.
Doesn't have to be on the same plane. Do we know this is on the same plane?
It does not have to be on the same
Oh,
plane,
okay.
but Scoot, would I know...
Allie would be able to tell you this is not on the same plane.
Well, no, would I, like... Is there anything fucky about using gatey magic inside of a...
You're sort of, you are, but you aren't on the
Like-
same kind of plane of existence. You're not on a different one. But if your spell will work between planes, it will work here safely.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that this wasn't some kind of, like, thou shalt not use teleportation within the intergate space.
No, I mean I wouldn't,
thing.
I wouldn't try to experiment with that such magic here. But like,
Okay.
people come and go from pocket dimensions all the time. It's a thing that
Okay,
wizards do
stellar.
on the rig.
I'll spin up the circle then, and head to the Thunderblade boarding hub.
Okay, and you go, and you folks go ahead.
That's fine.
Okay, you go and you transport right to where Julius is.
There's a little moment where we all just kind of look at each other, and I wave hello.
Were you Nikki the last time you met Julius?
No, I was Nick the last
Nick.
time we came through.
And he goes, "Hello? Hello? Wow."
I was a little taller and less of this, and I kind of gesture at,
Your
yes,
boobs.
do a little boob jiggle.
Oh, you're that? Yeah, no, I remember you guys. You were. Thank you. You're you sent some guy to me, and he's been great for PR.
Wait,
I'm
really?
like, yeah, my sales are my portals are way up.
Fucking sick. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm really glad that worked out.
He
Sorry.
keeps just bringing
It's kinda
people,
weird,
and I
but-
just keep sending them places. I don't know where they're going, but I just keep sending them places.
I don't know where I'm sending them to, but that's
I choose not to engage with the he doesn't know where he's teleporting them to.
Well, I mean, I know. I just don't know where they're going.
But you're having a conversation, the other person says something, and it's like, it's not profitable for either of us for me to follow that train of thought.
Yeah, I don't want to ask questions I really don't want the answers to, so we're going to keep moving.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, so where are you folks going?
Do you know any sigils in the Free Peaks?
No, I do know some in Doshnaral.
I can get us
Maybe
back.
like Antara, North Doshi.
I can get us right back to the Free Peaks, to the temple.
Oh yeah, anywhere
Yeah,
from
if
Doshi.
you
You'll
want us
be
to,
good. Tessa.
Antara, maybe?
Sure. Yeah.
Isn't there a Heartway in Thunderblade, Scoot?
in Veritas Nova? Oh no,
okay.
there is a Heartway in Thunderblade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I could just,
well, in that case, we kind of turn to each other like, where are we going? Like, what? Oh, and I'll turn back to Julius, be like, we're actually right where we need to be.
Oh, awesome.
you go to a restaurant, you sit down, you get the menu, you're like, oh, you know what? We have food at home.
So are we going to walk to the temple then?
Are you gonna teleport to the temple?
No, are we going to walk to the temple?
Yeah, I think
Wait,
so.
Like two of
Why-
you that are
why
like
wouldn't we?
sort of bleeding out, like just walking through
That's
the
true.
city. Yeah.
so I'm gonna.
I'm slowly regaining hit points because I still have, well, it's gone by this point, but
Yeah. So
not dead.
Can we? Is there somewhere we could rest up for a? There was a whole thing.
well, you can go to the lounge. Here, I'll get you a VIP card. He says, as he
I'd really rather just go home.
Yeah,
if
we can
could.
just go home.
No. I
Okay.
insist that you come to the VIP. Julius is making a huge thing of this. He's like, no,
Oh no.
you did so well for me, and like you that one friend, I
Oh,
insisted. Please go to the lounge on me.
Allie's gonna put on Allie looks like shit right now.
Yeah, Tessa does not
Ellie-
want to go to the lounge.
She's kind of
at
leaning
all.
on Nub Nub to stay upright. She's gonna be like,
Nub Nub is tiny again. So he's
oh, okay.
like-
Allie's standing then.
yeah.
Nub Nub, Julius.
Hmm.
I very much appreciate that you wish to offer this to us.
Hi, I'm
However,
Julius. You were not here last time.
That's right.
No,
Julius, Allie, Julius.
Hi, Allie.
great to meet you. We're going to go home now. Thank you.
I'll
Kiki
kind
looks
of
at the VIP.
clap
Kiki looks at the VIP
Julius.
pass. She's like, how long is this good for? Good for?
Oh, anytime.
Like, does it have an
he
expiration?
gives it to Kiki. No, just
Kiki puts it in her bag.
I'll clap Julius on the shoulder and I'll be like, Kiki and I will come back when we're not so banged up.
Shitty.
Oh no, I would. Oh, I'm sorry. And he's now noticing that you're
Thank
sort of
you.
bleeding underneath your clothing and your robes are stained from where you've been
Yeah.
stabbed.
Yeah.
No, yeah, get out of here, please.
Do
Okay.
we head to the temple?
Go get medical
We had to-
attention, please. Are you
Temple
sure I
ahoy.
can't do the number for you though before you go?
Yeah.
No.
Probably best to get them to a healer sooner than rather than later.
Okay. So
Take a
off-
range
Yeah, you folks go to the a fairly recently constructed Temple of Elora around here that was around the city, and you find a Heartway, but as soon as you walk in, they're like, oh gods, by the tits, we need to help you, and they try to like heal you.
Please let us go home. We have medics at home.
Are you? Your
Kiki gives you a look.
your Kenku friend is actively bleeding out. I'm,
Like,
perhaps we could help.
she's got 30 hit points. She's like, heal now, please. She's like,
Yeah.
she's looking at Allie like a little bit like, heal now, heal later. Like she's like, she wants all the healing.
A little.
So they will heal you folks to your max hit
Please, Mom,
points.
just a little healing.
Oh,
Alex,
I know,
like,
right?
we have,
I was like, I just want to go
Just
home.
a little healing as a treat.
Kiki just wants to go to McDonald's, and Allie's like, no, we have food at home.
Pretty much.
We have
Tessa-
chicken nuggets at home. Chicken nuggets.
Allie
at
wants
home.
to be laying
Ice
down
cream.
in bed with like Bendo braiding her hair. That's what Allie wants right now. Allie wants to go like have Bendo be taking care of her. Bendo's way cuter than the nurses here.
Wow.
Okay, you're healed. Oh,
You folks are healed. You go to a gate. You go to the Heartway, and they're like, "Are you sure you can?" And Tessa just like sticks the keys in the ignition and kicks it up.
We use the heart way. Yes, we use the heart
Yeah.
way.
We use the hard
Bingo!
way. Ah!
You got my bingo. All right.
oh, no wonder.
Okay, so for my bingo spaces, we have 2 people roll crits back to back. Happened last week. Suddenly Cat IRL happened the first week. Free space. We use a heart way and Phil burps.
I was one away. I needed Scoot to say you can certainly try. That's what I needed.
Aw,
Mm.
didn't happen.
Whack your ideas, folks.
It's okay.
Okay, we'll come up with a prize for you because you need some terrible prize. Because you playing stupid games, you win stupid prizes. But Tessa bamfs you with the Heartway back to the Franchib Temple, and you're home.
Oh, thank God.
Kiki will turn to Nikki and be like, and she'll hold up the twig that she got from. We don't even know. She won't know his name, but it's from Azranok.
Yeah.
From Twig Monster. She's like, your fancy fingers. Can tell what this is. Don't you
Oh
like
yeah,
the?
sure. I'll take it and I'll
Use your special.
I'll pin spin it,
Yeah.
around my
So as
around my thumb.
you invoke your identification, the first thing you hear is just screaming, like disoriented
Drop it.
screaming as it comes down, and then you realize, oh, this can be like as the magic kind of comes into you, you get a realization for this has come off some sort of abomination, wicker golem creature that is
Right.
of a terrifying power, probably belongs in the astral sea but roams around because you have no idea why this is allowed to happen or
Because who's gonna tell it don't?
yeah. However,
Me, actually.
yeah. You act like it listens to Eris.
I like to pretend it listens to me just to save face.
Yeah, it does stuff you want most of the time, but sometimes it just gets up and leaves because
You're breaking up.
Yeah. Anyway, but Nikki, you realize that like this can be used to make something. Like if Kiki were to find a way to incorporate this into her crossbow or her boomstick or something,
She could tap into it a little
she
bit.
could tap into it, and her shots would disorient or daze people.
Okay, cool.
But she would have to
So
find a way to
I'll-
work it into something.
I'll explain in Orin and ask how my accent is. For the record,
She's
it's
like-
horrible.
She's like, thanks, and she gives you a little side eye with your. She's like, she's not sure if she should correct you or not, because you just did her a solid. So she's like, and then she'll be in Orange. She'll be like, "Thank you very much." She'll be-
Really hitting those
it's-
pronunciations.
Like you're talking to
sure
someone who doesn't
thing.
quite get the language, and they're like, "Yes."
You have been most helpful to me.
Okay. Thank you. Still learning.
Did you just pick up another language? Like,
Yeah.
what happened? Oh, okay. Was it a feat? It was a level. It wasn't like a feat or anything. Okay.
No, it was one of the feats that I got from from back. or
Anyway, if there's
something? I don't
nothing
remember
else
why I got
that
a
we
feat.
would like to accomplish tonight, Gaffers, do you have anything you want to do, or just want to sack out and go to bed and deal with
Yeah.
whatever tomorrow?
Bed, rest, heal.
We can do that off camera.
Okay. then I think with the death of Rim, the Gaffers take a very interesting step forward into what the fuck is going on. And I think after that battle and coming up and finally bringing down that much of a nemesis, I think that deserves a level, folks. So
Nice.
from everyone here at Ryam, we'll see what kind of bullshit these four come up with for next week. And we will see you then, folks. Have a good night and stay safe.
Us? I never.